Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and I'm here to introduce a bunch of patriotic designs that we've recently created. And a lot of these are, actually all of them are very easy scale, so they're great for beginners. And there's a nice little purse here with a matching hat and scarf to start with. And this is Deborah Norville's Serenity Chunky Yarn, which is available at maggiescrochet.com. And then I've taken the ruffled scarf from a video that we previously did, and I added Premier Yarn's Mary to the top of it. And this is Premier's Enchant yarn, and we just wound this around and put the button in the middle so you could use it like for a lapel or like a hair thing. And then we did some cute little coasters with cotton yarn. And then this is done with worsted weight yarn, and my daughter laughs at me because I like Ice House Bear. But anyway, and she tells me that at the local little pub that they go to, or the bar, that some of the guys are showing up with these beer cozies. So I'm just taking her word for it. So then we're going to come out with some other ones too. So this scarf is really cute, very easy to make, and that's also out of the Serenity Chunky yarn. And then this necklace I have on could not be easier. It's great for kids to do. Just for beginners, because all it is chains. So this is Starry Night from Premier, and this is Starbella, which is typically used for the ruffling scarves, but you can crochet with it, and it makes a real awesome, easy project to do. And then lastly, this is Red Heart Sachet yarn, already with all the different red, white, and blue colors, and it's like super easy ruffled scarf to make. So now I'm going to take you to a close-up, and Christina is going to show you how to make these projects. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel, and the links to everything are listed below.
Hey everybody, it's Christina from maggiescrochet.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this great little 4th of July hat. Now this pattern comes in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large, for circumferences ranging from 15 inches to about 24 inches. You will need red, white, and blue yarn. This is Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky yarn, so it's a number 5 yarn. And then for the little stars here, you're going to use a number 4 yarn. So this is Serenity Baby that I'm using. It's got the same look as the Chunky, but it's just a little bit finer. You'll also need 2 hooks, a J for your bulky weight yarn, and then an I for your finer yarn for the stars. And then of course a yarn needle for weaving in your ends, and whatever scissors or snippers you prefer to use. Alright, let's get started. Begin by taking your white yarn and chaining 5. Then you'll join with a slip stitch to form a ring. So take your hook, insert it into that first chain nearest your slip knot, pull a loop through, and then pull that same loop through the first loop on your hook. And I always keep my tail kind of hanging off to the back, that way I know which is my right and my wrong side. So once you've done that, you can chain 1, and then we're going to work 12 double crochets right in the middle of that ring. You'll yarn over, insert right into the center there, pull through, pull a loop through 2, and pull a loop through 2 more loops. So I'm gonna do that until I've got 12 double crochets in total, and then I'll come back and show you how to continue on to round 2. Here's 11 double crochets. I've got to do 1 more, but I want to change color to red in the end of that double crochet. So I'll start as usual, yarn over, insert down into the ring, pull a loop through, pull a loop through 2, but then instead of pulling the white through these last 2 loops on my hook, this is where I'm going to pick up my red yarn. I've left a good tail for weaving in. Just settle that on your hook with a nice little slip knot. And that's what you'll pull through the final 2 loops. And then we'll join to the first double crochet right here with a slip knot, and that completes round 1. For round 2, we'll chain 1, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch. So at the end of round 1 we had 12, By the end of round 2, we should have 24 double crochets. So there's 2 in the first stitch. I'll work 2 in the next, and so on all the way around till I reach the beginning again. Nearly at the end of round 2, I've got one more double crochet to do, but again, I'm gonna switch colors. This time I'm changing to white. Since I've already used it, I just need to pull that from the back, bring it to the front. And I'll just drop my red back there because again, I'll need that in a minute as well. There we go. And then just slip stitch it to that first double crochet of the round. And that's the end of round 2. Round 3, we'll chain 1, 2 double crochets in the same stitch that you joined in. Just 1 in the next double crochet. And we'll keep doing that all the way around. So 2, then 1, then 2, then 1. So at the end of this round, we will have 36 double crochets. So here I am at the end of round 3, went ahead and changed over to my red yarn and joined my rounds together. Now if you're making the small size, from here you're just going to work each round even. So at the end of round 3 we had 36 double crochets, and that's what you'll continue having for the rest of your rows. If you're working the medium or large size, there are a couple extra rows for those sizes where you're going to keep increasing just a little bit more, make a little bit of a bigger circle before you start working straight. So look at the pattern to see what those rows are. They're very similar to what we just did. And then once you get to the end, you'll have either 15 or 17 rounds depending on what size you're doing, and then those last couple rounds will be in blue, not the red and white. Then you'll just have to make your stars, sew them on, and you will be all done. To make the star, you're going to use your eye hook and your number 4 worsted weight yarn. This is Deborah Norville's Serenity Baby, so it looks very similar to the other yarn I've been using for this project. It's just a little bit finer. So with that and your eye hook, start by chaining 2 and work 5 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. Now I've left a very long beginning tail here. We'll use that to sew our star onto our project. You can leave either a long beginning tail or a long ending tail. Doesn't really matter which one it is, so long as you leave one somewhere. I like to leave the beginning tail. Some people prefer to leave the end tail so it doesn't get in their way. So there's 5 single crochets. Then you'll just join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch. Just like that, so we've got a little circle there. For round 2, you'll chain 3. Slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, skip the first one there, slip stitch in the second one, single crochet in the next chain, and then slip stitch in the next single crochet of round 1. So right here. And we'll repeat that around until we have 5 points to our star. And then at that point you can finish it off, and like I said, if you didn't leave a long end at the beginning, leave a long end at the end, and then weave in whichever your shorter end is. So here's my almost finished hat. I just need to take the stars that I made, and make a total of 3 for this, and I'll sew them on. So easiest way to thread your yarn needle is fold your yarn in half, pinch it between your fingers like this, and then the bigger the eye on your needle, the better. Just kind of wiggle that right over, and then you can pull it right through like that. Oh, so much easier than trying to just stick that in through the eye of the needle. So once you've got that threaded, you'll need 3 stars for this one, but you're just going to sew them right to the brim here. And again, I left my long tail in the middle of my star. So you just want to kind of go over and under and through both thicknesses. Try to get the points stuck down. And just sew on it until you feel like it's secure enough. So I'll finish tacking down the points of this star, and then like I said, I've got 2 more, one for each side, and then my hat will be completely done. Hope this video has been helpful to you. If you've got any questions, you can certainly leave them down in the comments below. You'll also find in the description the pattern and the materials you'll need for this project. Thanks for watching.
And this is the third part, which we're going to do the edging round. So at the end of row 13, so what that is to just go between these 2 shells and go into that space right there and work a single crochet like that. So then